Hey guys, I just wanted to do a quick video on this Spartan Blades knife. Now, I think there's plenty of videos out there already on the Spartan Blades Enyo, but what I wanted to discuss was the regrind I did on this one. So when I purchased this one, I thought that the knife was pretty good, but the grind of the bevel was pretty full on. Now personally, I prefer just a steeper bevel, like a flat grind, especially on a companion knife. And also because this knife, the thickness of the blade is like 3/16 of an inch, which is pretty much the same as the Defensor from Spartan Blade. So it's a pretty thick knife. And if you look at the bevel on the original knife, it's pretty, it's not very steep, right? It's pretty thick still. So what I did was I contacted a knife maker and asked if he could do a regrind on this one. And he did. So the result was actually this. I'm not sure if you can see, the lighting might be a bit challenging, but as you can see, it's turned into a complete flat grind with a bit more of an acute primary edge on this as well, right, as a result of this. Now, what I found originally when I just got this blade was that if I wanted to carve something, right, so I wanted to carve something, I'd have to put the angle of the blade almost like this, pretty steep, because otherwise it would just sort of slide over the surface. Now with this one, I can keep it pretty low, right? I don't have to hold that angle very steep anymore. So that's exactly what I wanted, really. Now, the regrind is perfect. I mean, it's completely symmetrical, completely a flat grind. So again, to put a really sharp edge on this primary bevel is just super easy. Also, the grinding is very easy. And one of the concerns was the retention. So originally, when I sent off the blade, I thought, oh, maybe we'll do the grind from here to that corner, or maybe from this corner to there. In the end, the knife maker, he probably proposed to say, well, let's just do a straight grind, straight all the way down. I think it's probably much better. Also for grinding, right? It just makes it much easier to put it over a stone if you want to regrind that edge. So overall, pretty good choice. And also because of the concern was that the retention might drop. So in the end, it's still okay. It's a little bit lighter, but it's not bad. So you can still hear it click in the sheath, which is fine. I can still shake it, which is fine too. The only thing is if I really drop it, like on a lanyard, and I really drop it and it drops perfectly, right, like where it stops, then you get this pop and it might pop out. But overall, I still have to, pull quite a bit to get the knife out, and you can hear it popping in there. So the overall retention is a bit less than what it was, but it's still okay. The other thing that I was planning on doing is just in this case I'll just use the lanyard, but get a bit of a bungee cord, tie that to this little eyelet, and then with a loop or something like that, I'll just put it in place. So that means that if the knife would come out, it would still hang on the bungee cord, so no issues. And if I need the knife, I just slip it on the side, grab the knife. When you're finished, you're done. And because it's bungee cord, you just pull it and it just pops right into place. So that's probably the only change I would make. But other than that, it's just fine. To be honest, I'm not even sure if I will add it. If I find out that it drops, then I'll probably add it. But otherwise, I'll just leave it as is. So I'm pretty happy with this. I think it's an absolute improvement to the knife. It was a really good knife, but I think this just made it so much better. Yeah, it's a really comfortable grind, very sharp. Yeah, the only thing is that of course the coating is different, but it doesn't look bad at all. I think it looks quite nice. But I wasn't too concerned about this. This is a user knife, so I'm not too concerned about the aesthetics of the blade. So I mean that's what it was. The grind is just adjusted and it's perfect. I think fully symmetrical. I'm very happy with it. So this is one of the options. So if you like it, that's okay. If you don't, that's fine too. Just thought I'd share it with you. All right, see you guys.